Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Anne's House of Six. I'm Anne, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video today. I'd love for you to join me in my morning routine. Join me for part of the day. So I just started making some breakfast after my husband takes our dog for a walk. I make breakfast for the both of us. And I'm really trying to get back to watching what I eat. I don't know how a lot of you are doing, but I really need to lose weight. And I've been told by 3 different doctors now that I need to lose weight. So it's something I have to really, really concentrate on. I have osteoarthritis in both knees, but my left knee in particular has caused me quite a bit of trouble. The meniscus is also torn in that knee. I just had an MRI done, and my doctor's thinking I may need arthroscopic surgery to clean up the meniscus. I'm just wondering, has anyone here had this procedure done? I'd love to know what it involves and how long it takes to heal. I know losing weight would be very helpful, but it seems to be quite a struggle for me. I have lost some weight by fasting for 16 hours each day, and that seems to work well for me. I try to watch what I eat during the day and then stop eating about 6 o'clock in the evening. And I go till 10 in the morning again before I eat. But, of course, I fell off the wagon and I need to get back on. So this morning I'm starting out with a smoothie, and I found a recipe on prevention.com. It's an oatmeal and fruit smoothie. I thought it sounded kind of interesting. I like having a smoothie in the morning sometimes because it does fill me up and it gives me a chance to get fruit into my diet as well. This one's really easy. It has half a cup of milk, half a cup of Greek yogurt, half a cup of oats, a cup of frozen fruit. I had pineapple in my freezer, and half a frozen banana. I didn't have a frozen banana, so I just used a banana that I had. And it's pretty easy to make. Then you add half a cup of ice, and I did add a little bit of honey to it as well. I like trying out some different smoothie recipes. I've had a few that I've found on Instagram lately that sound really good, so I want to try those as well. And as you can see, I'm going to spill pineapple all over the counter. So the other smoothies I found one that has coffee and peanut butter together with banana and Greek yogurt. So I thought that'd be an interesting one to try. Getting older is not great. My husband seems to be doing pretty good health-wise. He had a procedure he had to have done a few years ago, but other than that, he seems to have not many issues, no pain or stiffness either. He'll be 65 this year, so he's doing pretty good. One thing I regret not doing when I was younger is strengthening exercises and some weightlifting, and continuing to do them throughout my life. I am doing strengthening exercises now for my knees, and they do help, but I really wish I'd started a lot earlier. I'm starting to lift weights now too to strengthen my arms. It's really amazing how weak you become if you don't exercise. It's my fault. The smoothie was a little thick, so I had to add a bit more milk, but once it thawed a bit, it was easier to drink. I'd definitely make this again. I like it has oats and fruit in it. You know, there's so much to do in this house. My husband's taken over the grocery shopping and he helps to vacuum once a week, but I really need to deep clean the house. And I'm finding that I can only do a little bit at a time now. I used to clean the house from top to bottom every Friday, but I no longer do. And I know things need to really be deep cleaned. I know we're going to have to paint some of the rooms in the house soon, and I think that's going to be a very slow process. Maybe undergoing the arthroscopic surgery to clean up my knee will help. So when I make these smoothies, I leave a little bit of it for my husband. He's not really a fan of smoothies, but he will try them. I've been using an app called Simple to track my eating and fasting habits, and it has been helpful. I feel like if I can physically see what I've eaten, what I eat, and when I should fast, I seem to stick more to it. I need to keep to it though. It's getting ridiculous to have all this extra weight. It doesn't make you feel good. And then it causes other health problems too. Not just my knee, but I've been having gynecological problems that my doctor associates with too much weight as well. I think I'm going to try to get more into these smoothies because, as I said, it's a good way to get fruit and some fiber into my diet. When I was working, I had no problem eating fruit. I would take fruit for my lunch, so I always made sure that I ate some fruit or vegetables. But just being at home now, all the time, it's like I don't think about eating fruit. So the smoothies are a good way to make sure that I get some fruit. So as I said, I leave a little bit for my husband and he gives it a try. He's not a big fan, but he does try it. So that's pretty well the morning. Well, not the morning, I should say. It's more getting breakfast done and then I clean up the dishes. I end up in my office before my husband gets home with our dog from his walk. And I start work. But first, a little bit of laundry. My son does his laundry most evenings when he comes home from work, so I try to get laundry done while he's at work. Laundry can be a peaceful time. It's quiet in the basement. I actually find folding laundry kind of relaxing. It's one of those tasks that you just need to focus on one thing at a time and you can let your mind wander. Or sometimes I listen to a podcast. My husband still wears his work shirts, even though he's retired now, and they are not in great shape. But I guess he finds them doing laundry for, gosh, almost 35 years with 4 kids. It's kind of nice to only really have to do laundry for my husband and myself. Kids do their own laundry. Gosh, I remember, buckets and buckets of laundry to have to do, especially when they're little. But now, just basically for me and my husband, which is nice. So after a bit of laundry, I try to spend the mornings up in my office from usually about 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I work on my Etsy shop, my blog, and YouTube. Since I started my website and YouTube earlier this year, I found I haven't been paying much attention to my Etsy shop, and I'd really like to get back to it. I have earned a bit of money from it, and I'm thinking of starting another shop, which I probably shouldn't do right now because there's a little bit too much on my plate. But I enjoy doing it. So the Etsy shop I have now is called Slater Digital Studios, and it features a range of printable items that you can download and use, like habit trackers, journals, planners, and lately I've been doing phone wallpapers. I'd love to start a second shop that specializes in stationery products like junk journal kits, notepads, sticky notes, things like that. I love creating like this, and it really takes your mind off of anything else. If I could spend the whole day just creating on my computer for my shop, that's what I would do. If you're thinking of a small side hustle, making printables is a good way to go. You can be very creative with them, and you have no inventory to hold on to and no shipping to do. Everything's online. So when customers buy from me, they download a file that I've uploaded to Etsy, and Etsy does all the rest. I took a digital printable course from Bold City Ventures that was really worth it. It teaches you how to make printables and set up your Etsy shop, keyword research, how to market your products, how to list them on Etsy. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link below for you. Creating printables, it's a great side hustle to earn a little bit of extra income. For the afternoon, I usually leave for chores, and then either I or my husband makes dinner. Lately, I've been trying to get some gardening done after dinner. And then I finally sit down around 8 o'clock to knit for a while before bed. And that's my day. I'm glad you could spend a little bit of time with me today. A little bit of a different video instead of always talking about money all the time. Gets a little annoying sometimes. But anyway, I'm glad you spent a bit of time with me today, and I hope you'll come back. So please subscribe, comment below, let me know what your day is like. And I'd really like to know too if anyone has had to have arthroscopic surgery, what it's like, and what the healing time is like too. I imagine it's not too bad for healing for that type of a surgery. Anyway, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.